with our introduction of Taiwan, but the student hasn't arrived. The student who is presenting is coming from another school. She got stuck in the in our bread okay with everyone. We have the food for thought presentation, and we also have the COVID-19 and its impact on Taiwan presentation, and we also have an introduction of Taiwan in general.
Oh, good. Why don't we go with the introduction? Do you have the introduction? What you going with first?
Well, just like I said, the introduction of Taiwan presentation, the one who's presented that isn't here yet. So we are going to begin with the bread and cake part, okay?
Oh, good, good.
Okay, so can you pull up the slide? We're going to try sharing the slide right now.
Okay.
And while they're trying on that, we would like to acknowledge the all the efforts of everyone. You have to, can you give us the access to share the slides, because we're not allowed to share the slides. It says that we don't have the permission to share the slides.
Got it.
So does everyone see the slide?
Not yet.
Okay.
Now we do.
Oh, yeah.
Hello everyone, we are going to share our special cake in Taiwan. First, we want to share pineapple cake with you. The origin of the pineapple cake dates back to 1970, when pineapples were the second largest export product of Taiwan. And also, at that time, some bakers were eager to put the pineapple into the cake. And the pineapple's Taiwanese meaning is good luck. So we usually give pineapple cake as a gift during Lunar New Year or Moon Festival. On the top of the picture is our pineapple cake, and below the pineapple cake is our pineapple field.
Next, I'm going to talk about the taste of pineapple cake. The taste of pineapple cake is satisfying. The filling is sweet, sour, and sticky. It not only tastes sweet, but there is also fragrance of flour and butter on the crust. You will be surely addicted to pineapple cake after you have a bite of it.
Taiwanese pineapple cakes are usually made into gift bags. Pineapple cake gift bags can be given to family or friends during a festival. There are many pineapple cake gift bag stores in Taiwan, such as eBay, Xindongyang. Among so many stores, one is world-renowned, Sunny Hill. Sunny Hill sells indigenous pineapple cake, which is rich in fiber. The slightly sour fillings and crispy crust are loved by customers all around the world. It puts this kind of dessert on international stage. And Sunny Hill has opened many branches around the world, such as Hong Kong, Tokyo, Shanghai, and Singapore. And there are many people waiting to buy pineapple cake in every branch.
Suncake is a popular Taiwanese dessert that originates is developed from a crispy traditional cake whose filling later turns to be mainly maltose and butter. Therefore, it is also known as maltose cake. Some cake used to be specifically made for important events such as wedding and matchmaking events. Later, It became a dessert given with invitation as a sign of kindness and hospitality. And nowadays, it has developed into one of the most popular Taiwanese food souvenirs and snacks. The key to the delectable taste is its multi-layer pastry. Upon taking a bite, you will experience the taste of the rich fillings and crispy golden pie crust. The cake itself is completely solid, yet you'll feel it melt the moment it comes into contact with your mouth. The molasses inside might be a little sticky, but it doesn't get stuck to your teeth.
There are three main ingredients: dough, crust, and filling. Dough is made of all-purpose flour, fermented butter, sugar, and water. Crust is made of low-protein flours and fermented butter. When dough and crust are mixed, it makes sun cake taste crispy. Inside the sun cake, there are fermented butter, low-protein flours, sugar, maltose, and egg yolk that make the filling delicious.
Sun cake's round shape and its yellow color makes it like a small prototype of sun. We usually eat it at regular temperature. Its outer layer is much like hard-pressed millet filling. It is flaky and crumbles easily. So to avoid having crumbs on the ground everywhere, we usually eat it with a small plate to catch the crumbs. Its filling is maltose, so beware of the sugar cell while eating it. It's also a bit dry, so next slide please. So we usually eat with Chinese tea like oolong tea in case we don't feel thirsty after enjoying it. That's all for our presentation. Thanks for listening. Do you have any questions?
Yes. What do sun cakes taste like?
Use a microphone or speak louder.
Some cake is sweet and it is our Taichung's favorite dessert. But as a Taichung people, I don't eat it very usually. I don't eat it usually.
Okay. Any questions from Bangladesh or the Czech Republic?
Thanks for your presentation. I like sandwich and Taiwan sandwich is favorite for all world, I think. It's pineapple sandwich which is tasty. I want to know that. Taste.
You mean the one that I love the most?
What was the question? Could you repeat the question?
I'm sorry, could you please repeat your question?
Are you muted? Are you able to hear us?
Yeah.
Is there anyone?
Yeah. If you could repeat the question, Bangladesh, please. I think she was referring to, she said the sun cakes were very tasty. She wanted to know a little bit about how to make the pineapple cake.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Its taste sweet.
Hi, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, it tastes a little bit sweet and a little bit sour, and some pineapple cake may rich in fiber and some
Fiber.
fiber and some. It's like some kind of candy, and it's soft.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions from the Czech Republic?
From Croatia, yes.
I'm sorry, Croatia. man.
Yes, okay. I just want to thank you for this really nice pictures, and it's really looks very tasty. And I really would like to know which is your favorite cake from this. It's this pineapple or some, I don't know. Yours.
Your favorite kind, for example, the similar types, some don't contain pineapple filling, maybe they contain other kinds of filling.
My favorite is indigenous pineapple cake because the normal type of pineapple cake is too sweet for me to eat, and I think indigenous people has a more sour taste that I love it. I like it but much better than the normal kind, and there is also some. There are also some soft pineapple cake, which I don't like it because yeah, it tastes soft and it contains egg yolk inside. I think that is very weird, although it is made from Taiwanese.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I hope I will try some days.
কিভাবে মেক করো তৈরি করার সিস্টেমটা
Pardon? Were you referring to something?
Thank you. I want another question.
Okay, sure.
I think this pineapple sandwich is very much tasty, and your presentation is so nice. I want to know that what can made this pineapple sandwich? How can made
How do you
you?
make the sandwich? How do you make this pineapple cake? Anybody? I think some of you have made it in school, maybe?
The process of making pineapple cake is very complicated, and the filling is the shopkeeper's secret. So we don't know how to make the pineapple cake like the shop that's sold in the shop, but.
Can you make a regular one, not a very
Regular
tasty one
one.
that you can make?
Yeah, maybe we can make a regular one, but the process is just, like I say, too complex. So I don't know how to make a pineapple cake. That is a professional skill.
How about anybody else? Anybody see?
Would it be safe to say that most people make those from scratch, or do you buy them from the store?
Do most people make the pineapple cake themselves, or do they buy them at stores?
Well,
We buy the pineapple packet box in during the festival and give it to our family or friends.
Yeah, this is a very nice gift box, with pineapple cake. It's a very nice gift to give your friends and relatives when you're visiting them.
Okay, and how much would that run, or how much would that cost normally?
A box. So it actually, there's a variety of.
take Sunny Hills pineapple cake for example. 12 pineapple cakes take $20. Yeah, which is $600 $20. $680. $680,
which is $20 US, and how many pineapple cakes are inside?
So yeah, so
Yeah, $20 US for 9 pineapple cakes, which is about this size as well. I don't know if it's easier to see, but it's how big is that? Can anybody? Finger long?
from here, so here is
And nobody can see you.
Oh,
Would you like to walk to the front? it's a long rectangular cube-like pineapple cake that they were introducing. This one is very popular in Taiwan, but of course it comes in all kinds of shapes.
Okay, let me just like here to here like this. Half of my hands. Yeah.
Half of your palm, okay?
Okay, now I'll ask a question on the sun cake. Is it taste like bacala? Suzanne would know. I mean, is bacala proper in Croatia? I know when the people from Turkey would have it, but is it similar to that type of tasting?
What was the food that you just mentioned?
Well, if you go to Turkey or you go to southeastern Europe, you'll see bacala. It's a dessert type of thing. Bacala, how do you pronounce it? Baklava. I can't pronounce it right. Okay, Suzanne might help me out there.
Yeah, it's baklava. It's called baklava. Yeah, it's we have it in Croatia, but it's not original from Croatia. It's from Turkey, like you said. But I think it's not similar like sun cakes. Baklava is has I think so much sugar and it's like it's swimming in sugar.
Yeah, well, it's more like a cake, and I was just wondering in the sun.
Can you hear us now? Are we still on?
Yeah, and we would like to know, and I think Mike asking is like similar like baklava, or it's different. When I see it, I think it's different, but maybe with taste it's similar. It's very sweet, maybe sun cakes.
That's what I was asking because when you see the pictures, it looks like the flaky part of the dessert you were talking about, but I'm sure these aren't near as sweet as the other ones because the other ones you just look at them and your sugar goes up.
Well, the general principle is that all the desserts, food in Taiwan are way less sweet than those in the States and Europe. So when people come here, they think, oh, this is not sweet. But the people in Taiwan say, oh, this is like very sweet, and you will be surprised. And also another thing about this sun cake is that it's actually what you just mentioned. It's very flaky all over. It's just flaky, 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 and crumbly, crumbly, crumbly. So if you don't use a plate to hold it when you are eating it, you'll get it all over the floor, all over your furniture. Yeah, we still cannot hear Mr. Penny.
Yeah, I muted myself this second.
Oh, okay.
I was just wondering, now, are sun cakes made individually like the pineapple cakes, or is it made like all together in a pan? Because the pictures you have look to be like individuals, like a cupcake type of thing.
Yeah, individual.
Okay. And you say that what do Taiwanese people think when they travel abroad and they start getting desserts with a lot more sugar? Is that too sugary for them or no?
Have you been abroad to US or Canada or Europe? Anybody?
Well, I have been to United States, and I think the drink at there is kind of a little weird and so sweet.
Did you taste the dessert? It's like very, very sweet. Very, very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super sweet. It's like, in Taiwan, I'm one of those people that are really with a sweet tooth. But in the States, things are still way too sweet for me. Like the brownies, I mean, they're yummy and rich and everything, but they're very, very sweet. So, yeah, when you guys travel abroad, you have to watch out. And what kind of drinks were you referring to? Or do you mean the punches? Yeah. Oh, I think he's referring to the punches, the Kool-Aids in the US. He thinks they taste weird.
Oh yeah, and Kool-Aid's the Kool-Aid from Mexico is to die for. That Kool-Aid's the best, but a lot of our drinks are pure sugar, and really after a while are very bad for you, I guess. And then what to make it even worse was that they know when you put natural sugar, they put in the artificial sugar. So a lot of people end up having a bunch of different problems with it. But the United States is very addicted, or a lot of people in the West are very addicted to sugary drinks for sure. Now, Bangladesh, you seem to know about these Taiwanese desserts. Is Taiwanese food popular in Bangladesh or what? Go ahead and present your other ones, Mary, please.
Okay, sure. And when during the transition, perhaps if you have questions for Mr. Cunningham, Miss Susanna Delic, or we didn't get the name of the teacher from Bangladesh. Sorry. Maybe you can introduce yourself later.
Yeah, that would be great. And we're also being joined by another school too. So they'll present themselves on in just a second. Oh, I did want to mention that this year, this will be the 20th year that we've done Food for Thought. Food for Thought started as an idea originally with the myself and a bunch of vocational home economics teachers from Nebraska. And they were actually teaching remotely back in the early 2000s. And one teacher had to teach a class that was 150 miles away from her. So we started working together with her, and so we've been doing this ever since. This year we are being sponsored by the World Affairs Council of Austin. The World Affairs Council of Austin is one of about 125 councils all around the United States. It's developed under the proposal of trying to develop better understanding of people all around the world. They also have Global Scholars Diploma program, and part of the Global Scholars Diploma program is to get students from all across the world to do interactive work like we're doing here. So this works very well with them. This is the first of about 9 meetings that we'll have for Food for Thought. Today we're talking with Mary from Affiliated High School and in Taiwan. I think I've been working with Mary for about 12 years, and Suzanne from Croatia. And we also have joined with some other schools, Bangladesh, and some, I believe, some schools in Africa and some schools in South America. Now, the thing that's going to be very important to note that as we are doing this and we do in Argentina, I forgot. So we have representing from Asia, Europe, North America, and South America. Hey, Mary, you're mute.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Andrea came in from Buenos Aires, Argentina, a little while ago, and I guess she'll be back on too. But go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Hi everyone, I'm from a beautiful island, Taiwan. The shape of Taiwan is really like a sweet potato. Taiwan is an Asian country, located southwest of Japan and north of the Philippines. In East Taiwan, you don't need to drive around yourself because there are some tour buses can take you to your location. We can have a pass called Taiwan Pass Card. The Taiwan Pass Card combines dining, lodging, park tickets, shopping, and transportation on one. It can save time, save money, and save memory. We can use it to rent a bike and for a ride for Dongshan River. There are some best-known old streets around here. These Taiwan old streets have been created here, and the old street has been as scenery in some movies. Here, you can make your own cotton candy or paper umbrella yourself. In Taiwan, the largest city is on the west side, and the east side is more beautiful with nature. Look Grand, which looks incredible. The Sugua is a hillside highway that's along the side of mountains. Look is a popular tourist spot, and we can truly feel the power of Mother Nature in many ways. In Hualien, there are a lot of world-class nature attractions. The coolest part is the Eurasian Plate and Philippine Sea Plate. The Philippine Sea Plate every year the Philippine Sea Plate every year the Philippine Sea Plate will raise about 2 centimeters. To encourage cycling, Taiwan builds a lot of bikeways. If you want to go on a bike trip, take Yufu Bikeway. You can see a tree on the roof of the platform. The wild pancake is their favorite. The flavor of it is not only sweet but also salty. There are cheese eggs, mochi, dried radish, and so on. You can enjoy it right out of the oven, or you can put it in the freezer. It will taste like ice cream. Have you ever heard the Sept? We can see the Sept in Kunming National Forest Recreation. There are a lot of interesting plants here. One of it is the Pearl Reef. This is Diploma Bay. You can choose to see it by land or boat. During the holiday, we can enjoy the beautiful beautiful secret. Actually, the branch opening show is the best. In Taiwan, we have two heart-shaped stones in Penghu. How about some people say this is mini Taiwan and the lion head? What do you think about it? Have you ever eaten cactus? There are cactus growing everywhere, so Penghu people use them to make cactus ice cream. The music is like mossy word between the sea. Every year, since May to October, the people are not allowed to go the Uganku beach between that night to morning because we have to protect the baby turtles. In Penghu, there are not big mountains and hills to protect the vegetables. So local people build a house for their crops. All about is my introduction for Taiwan. Thank you for your listening.
That was very nice.
Like it very much. Like it very much.
What
Very
does
nice.
cactus,
Thank you.
what does cactus ice cream taste like?
Yeah, Mike.
Have you ever tasted cactus ice cream yourself?
Yes,
What does it taste like?
sour.
Sour and
Sour
is it sticky?
No,
No, not sticky.
it's just like ice cream.
Oh, wow, okay.
Sounds more like a popsicle, I would think. Right. Okay. Any other questions?
Well, I have another question. Those bike trip, how extensive are those bike paths all over? That looked like a really nice bike path.
The student I could just past summer and he's gonna answer. Yeah.
This is, I think
Bike path.
it is very, the road is just not so, it's very good.
Okay, so the bike paths are smooth and very easy to ride on.
Yeah,
And is it all over Taiwan or just in certain places? Like
Yes,
how
just-
long are they? Do you know?
yeah. For kilometers.
Okay.
Wow.
And, I think I remember when I passed a small stream, there's counts, watching swing, play.
Taiwanese teacher.
If I could ask Suzanne or the people in Bangladesh, do you have bike paths like that? Here in the United States, our bike paths are just with the cars on the street, and it's fairly dangerous to ride a bike because you could have accidents. How about in Croatia or Bangladesh? You have
Yes.
bike paths like that?
Yeah, we have some on islands and so on. So it's not- And, thank you, Mike. And I like to say that I'm really sorry that my students are not lots of questions because it's really, really amazing presentation, and lots of things in Taiwan. It's different than in Europe, so it's really interesting to see it. And I don't know. I will think for another question, but yes, first thought was a cactus ice cream, like Mike asked already, because I didn't hear that we have it here, and it's totally, really amazing country. And thank you so much for this lovely presentation, really.
Yeah. We have in in our part of Texas, and because we're so close to Mexico, they have cactus candies. People eat cactus. There's pickled cactus. There's all kinds of stuff. But I've never heard of cactus ice cream. So that was kind of very fascinating to do. Bangladesh, do you have bike paths like that?
Bangladesh, I like ice cream.
Oh, you like
And
ice
the
cream?
presentation is very nice. And Taiwan, at a glance, Taiwan presented, I like very much. And she's too much intelligent and nice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, Mary, you had another one too, please?
Thank you. We're going to talk about, the pandemic control in Taiwan. It's a brief presentation that the students would like to share with everyone because people have been asking us, why is it that we haven't been, shutting down at all? And we had, normal classes ever since February. We didn't have a day, it's not a single day of lockdown, either work or school. And yeah, it's pretty unbelievable. We find it hard to believe that the other parts of the world are in quarantine or, doing everything from home. It's hard to believe for us.
Yeah, lucky you.
Where's the PowerPoint slide? Who downloaded the PowerPoint slide?
Hello everyone. We are going to share Taiwan's response to COVID-19 and its impact on the world. We are students from affiliated high school of Zhongxin University. My name is Rita Huang.
My name is Chuck Xu.
My name is Amber Lee. My name is Kathy Xie. Firstly, in our aspect of economy, early this year, some of our industries such as tourism and related businesses are affected. Airlines have fewer flights, and also fears of getting coronavirus. People didn't go out during their holidays. And there's something that I want to emphasize is that we don't have a single day of shutdown. Yeah, Taiwan don't have the shutdown now. And also, but now everything back to normal. People coming back from abroad are quarantined and trapped. Though there's the freedom of the movement are curbed, but we think it's okay. And thanks to everyone's cooperation, Taiwan doesn't have the cases of community spread. Because of the lessons from SARS, 17 years ago, and early measures were deployed. On January 20, Taiwan's Central Epidemic Command Center was activated, and over 124 measures were taken with IT integration. For instance, the travel limits, screening, testing, and tracking. Our Minister of Health and Welfare, Chen Shizhong, gives daily updates of confirmed cases, death toll, and announces updated policies and public health information. Due to our government's transparency, people in Taiwan are not panicking, and therefore, we are not panic buying or stockpiling supplies.
Taiwan has been able to get through this crisis with enough basic daily necessities, water, toilet paper, and etc. Also, we have enough medical supplies for everyone, including people in the hospital. Here are reasons why this was possible. Taiwanese government constantly promotes hygiene education, First, personal hygiene education habits like washing hands, wearing masks, staying away from crowded areas. Two, disinfecting on public places and items, like the classroom we are in here, as well as the service of all things we touch. Third, social and physical distance. Indoors, we should be 1.5 meters, outdoor 1 meter, and the picture on the middle. Next one. Our government comes up with posts. We can stay away from COVID-19 by washing hands, wearing masks, keeping social distance. And the poster on the right says each person only has one bag. It means there's no need to panic buy supplies like toilet paper, diaper, vitamin. In Taiwan, people are assured and not panicking. So of course, there's no panic buying or stockpiling.
Since the outbreak of the epidemic, the Taiwan government has promoted the importance of wearing masks to people and continuously improved the related policies. The Taiwan government's policies and measures range from the initial ban of exporting masks, so as to ensure sufficient PPEs, which stands for personal protective equipment, to the mass rationing plans. We limit the purchase location to only at the pharmacies or health clinics. Up to now, we can also purchase them in the supermarkets or pre-order them online using e-mask system. In addition, we also need to say thanks to Taiwanese industries for providing equipment and technical personnel and operation voluntary support. We are able to go from only daily production of 1.88 million pieces to the daily highest average daily output of 20 million pieces of face masks. Because of the development of technology, people now can easily reach their destination in a short time through various kinds of transportations. However, this also contributed to COVID-19 spreading quickly. So far, there are about 13 million confirmed cases worldwide, and the data is still rising. During COVID-19 outbreak, Taiwan set up temperature screening at interest points of all airport buildings, as well as mobile check-in of high-risk individuals. And Taiwan's government also encouraged Taiwan especially when taking public transportation. As of September 20th, 2020, there were 91,555 people have been tested. 90,461 people have been ruled out. 506 are confirmed cases, and unfortunately, states in Taiwan the confirmed cases in detail. 55 are indigenous cases, 515 import cases, 36 members who were from the Thougth. Taiwan also helped other countries. Taiwan has donated over 51 million snacks along with other medical equipment to hardest-hit countries. Taiwan also provides technology, supplies, making equipment, know-how to other countries. Taiwanese government has stop testing passengers arriving in Taiwan from other countries. This is because those with false negative results could travel around not knowing they are actually infected. I believe that unless the global pandemic slows down, Taiwan will still face the threat of COVID-19. Last but not least, I want to emphasize that Taiwan can help, and Taiwan is helping. This is the end of our presentation. Thanks for listening. Do you have any?
Suzanne, do you have any questions in Croatia?
I just want to know. Thank you so much for this presentation. I'm really. It's nice to hear that you have this good situation there. It's really nice to hear that. And I would like to know what about you? Personally, did you in any time feel some? Did you afraid or something? How you felt about all these things?
Also, you can talk about how things were in February. Remember, holidays and things were quite tense at that time. Remember, but everyone was wearing masks. Would you like to share that? At that time, everybody was wearing masks, right?
Yeah, and just like I said, people don't go out during the holidays, and if they want to go, everyone just put on their mask and keep the social distance. But now everything went back normal, so we don't wear the mask now.
Okay, so one thing that should be taken to notice is that we especially pay attention to the people that we hang out. So for example, the students here, we're mostly in the same school. So we are like from the same community. If we're infecting each other, then the case must have presented itself. So it means that we're from the same clean pool of people. And so we won't be taking that much precaution. However, if we have a meet, then we will take precaution and have everyone masking up and sitting further apart. So, for example, then we have a shot. Yeah, that one. Take a shot at. So see, after she has presented, the girl that just presented on Taiwan, she's from another school. And so she puts on her mask right away after presenting because she knows that she's from another school and she's coming into this school, which is a different community. And so we take special precautions. So in Taiwan, this is what we do when we go out. We take special notice of whether we are hanging out with the same people that we usually hang out with or not. So it's pretty much like when you go back to your family, you're not masking up at home with your mom and dad and everything. But when you go out to the grocery, you have to wear the mask. And yeah, it's pretty much medical advice for everyone because the droplets. We know that when you're speaking, you actually spew droplets to each other. Something that we probably did not know in the past. And we don't know if you're asymptomatic, which means that you don't have symptoms, but you might be spreading the virus to someone who has lower immune system. That in mind, everyone tries to keep yourself safe, keep him or herself safe, and also keep others safe. And that's why we're masking up. And according to the doctors, with one person masking up, you have one layer of protection, and two person, if you're talking to each other, you have double protection if both of them are wearing masks. So, masking is it's become a habit for people in Taiwan. And also, we accept the fact that our freedom is sort of curbed and limited because, if we want to stay safe, then we have to give up some of the tracking and the medical history and everything. So when we go to a doctor, we have a medical card and we insert it into the doctor's system. they need to know where you have been, your medical, your travel history, and that also helps him diagnose your illness, and also keeps other people safe, and also, if necessary, alert people who have been in contact with you.
Hey, Mary, could you quit sharing a second so we can see your screen?
Yeah, so we should stop sharing. Oh, we did. Oh, no, no. So we should show again. Yeah, we didn't see the draw. Yeah, wait. So this was the lady that because she's from another school. And now Michael has a very he would like to share with us, right?
Yeah.
That's a USA.
Yeah, I have a USA mask on there. So I was going to ask a question because we're still, we have to wear a mask when we go outside, or we have to wear a mask when we go in any grocery store or church or whatever. And I was just wondering at what point, especially let's talk to Bangladesh or Croatia. How do you guys feel about how things are going with your country? Are you doing as well as people from Taiwan?
Well, in Croatia, we had in spring for 2 months totally locked down. So we were online from March until middle of May, and it was totally locked down, and we did really great. And it was the really small number of cases, and we had one of the best situation in Europe. And then we had a tourist season, and we had lots of tourists. We opened the borders in European Union. And after that, because we had lots of tourists, and we are on this place in Europe that many from Germany, from Poland, from Slovakia, from Austria, Slovenia came to our sea. And after that, we had lots of cases, not so much, but we have only 4 million people in Croatia, and if we have in one day, I don't know, 300 cases, it's a big number for us. And so it's now it was raising, and now it's down, so it's not so good yet. But before 2 weeks, we started with school, and all schools are working. We are all in the school with students, not online. But it's like this. I'm in one classroom with my students, and we are like in one bubble. We are together, and no one from other classes, other teachers, other students can go to my class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like it's something in European Union. It means that if I don't know, one teacher, if I hope not, I have a coronavirus, in isolation will go only I and my kids, not the rest of the students in the school. So it not will be necessary to close down all school. So it works on that way. We have some schools in Croatia, about, I don't know, 15, which are online right now because they have some cases. But they said it not will be in lockdown, completely lockdown anymore. It will be on local level. So if we have some virus in some schools, so, okay, some teachers, some classes will go online for 2 weeks, and they will come back, but not completely anymore, because it's in Europe, they said it's really a disaster for economy and so on. So we did great things. On the beginning, it was excellent, low number of cases and so on. But after season, yeah, and we had a great season, one of the most touristic season in the world. But of course, now we have some cases.
Oh, wow. That's
Do
crazy.
you mean, sorry, do you mean that the teacher is in one classroom and while the students are in another classroom? Is that what you mean when you're teaching?
For example, for me, it's not allowed to go to another class,
Right.
only mine.
She stays in the same classroom with the kids all day.
No mixing
Right.
kids.
Yeah, the idea is, I think I understand the idea is that way you don't cross-pollinate any germs. So if one person just happened to get it, you actually know who they were with and everything like that.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense, but the teacher has to teach every single subject.
That does not make sense, but remember, we're not here to make sense, you know, we're here.
So
Yeah,
Suzanne, you have to teach every single subject to all your kids, right? Every single subject is on you.
We have some for, I don't know, art, for example, we have art teacher. She's working in every upper classes. So if she will sick, all upper classes will down. That will be the problem, of course.
wow.
Well, but still lower classes will go on. So trying to do something, and little kids don't wear a mask, and I don't need to wear a mask in my class. But when I go out on the hall, or we have some teachers meeting or something like that, I need to wear a mask.
Yeah.
But the kids from upper graders, they need to wear masks, all kids.
What grade level do they have to start wearing masks, Suzanne?
From 5 grades, it's from 12 years and up.
Okay. 12 years and up.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, Bangladesh, how are they doing in Bangladesh?
Our school is closed, completely closed. We teach in online. Our situation is not good. COVID-19, many people are attacked.
Yeah.
So school is not open. Now we are staying home, and we take a class in online.
How many of your students are doing online? All of them?
Yes, 20 or 30% students are taking class in online. Nothing, 20 or 30.
Okay,
Maybe.
yeah, and that's what I thought. That's what kind of happened here when we went online. You still lose a lot of people, and you know, and even in today, and you would think that in the United States this would never happen, but we have pockets of places where you can't get internet, or they don't have a computer, or the computer doesn't work. This is a real revealing thing about societies and how education is going to change over the future, I think. I don't know if we'll ever see back in the days like Taiwan where everybody's getting to go to classes and stuff like that. You're really lucky, and Suzanne, you're very lucky when you think about the protections and stuff. We're going through, we're going to have plexiglass shields for each desk. We're going to have a face shield when we go back. We have masks to wear. We have to wear masks inside the classroom. I don't think the kids, the kids will change classes, but we have to wipe down everything in between the classes, and then they don't eat all together. They have to eat outside, or they have to eat in the classroom or something. It's got, but then what we'll have is we'll have some people live. We have some people asynchronous. They take class whenever they want to. Then we try to teach some online at the same time we're teaching the people live. So we have what's called a blended model, and that's going to be hard to sustain. it's easier to do asynchronous, or maybe even to do like Suzanne's doing and have one and have the kids stay inside the classroom. But it's come up with some very creative deals. We were joined temporarily, and she got bumped out from a lady in Argentina, and her child was going to join us and ask some questions. And maybe she'll email me to try to do it. Mary, could you run that deal from Turkey? There's a group of students from Turkey that have been doing stuff with us for a long time. I don't think she's going to be able to join us today, but could you run it from your end and share with us, please?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Special thanks for you. And I thanks who joined this program. Everybody, special thanks from Bangladesh, and thanks for me. I feel proud for join and invite you to me in this program. Next program, next program, I want to stay with every program, and I want to know your every program, and want to know everybody, every cultural.
In October, we should be joined by a lot more people. We had a lot more people that thought they were going to join today, but like I said, it's hard. Mary will tell you it's hard sometimes, especially when a lot of people aren't in school yet. Mary, could you share with the people from Turkey? Go ahead.
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Do you see it?
Taiwan madam, and thanks Taiwan students.
Yeah, we're broadcasting this from Taiwan, but this is a presentation made from the student in Turkey, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll probably try to talk over it a little bit. And what she's trying to do here is that they are sharing with the people all kinds of different sandwiches and stuff and breads that were taken from actually from China across Europe, across into Turkey, and then into Europe. So you would see a lot of the flatbreads and some of the other stuff that were actually we accustomed to in the Middle East that originally probably had some origin in China as the Turks moved. The Ottoman Turks, long story short, but the Ottoman Turks were a migratory group of people from Eastern Asia that came into Anatolia, took over Istanbul on May 28th of 1453. And then went into Southeastern Europe all the way up into Vienna and introduced all kinds of different foods and stuff like this today. So this is actually what I was trying to explain. You could probably listen to it in their own words, and very well done with on our flip grid. And our flip grid's made for people that aren't able to join us live, but they can join us this way. So for example, the people in Bangladesh or whatever, if you're online, if you want to make assignment to go ahead and have the students upload the responses or whatever, and then you will find that we will put this video online too. So the kids can make responses as well on this. So this will be a little more interactive than what we've had in the past. I love pita bread, by the way. I'll put the link. I'll send out the link to everybody because I don't think we can hear the voice real well. But pita bread's made of wheat flour. You'll see it all over the Mediterranean, the Middle East, and probably even up into southeastern Europe.
It looks nice. I was in Istanbul last year, and it's they have really nice food.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember all these names, but I know that I tried lots of traditional food from Turkey.
You'll notice like they have chestnuts right there on the Bosphorus, hot chestnuts. You'll see a lot of street vendor food. A lot of the food, it's very hard to pronounce, but I'm assured that, especially with the Ottoman, influence there in Croatia and parts of southeastern Europe, that some of the, at least some of the food has been shared, and if you go to Istanbul, it's very cosmopolitan. And it's got a lot of French influence. It's got a lot of other influences too. Yeah, I wish I could speak better Turkish, because I really will mispronounce the foods. But Elaine, when she comes back, Miss Petal, I think they will be online with us next time. They normally will have some really good presentations, and they did a really good job on this one.
Excellent.
I really like for them to tell us about chestnuts. We have that Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting by Open Fire. I never really know people ate hot chestnuts, and then you see that in all the Turkish dramas and stuff like that. So,
very tasty, yeah. I tried in Istanbul, but usually in Croatia we eat chestnuts from Open Fire, and it's very tasty, really.
Oh, really? I've never eaten a chestnut. Oh, I've never eaten chestnuts hot. So.
Oh yeah. You need to.
Every type of society will have some sort of like flatbread rolled up. Now we roll up with tortillas and put meat and stuff, and like we make breakfast tacos or whatever. Their flatbread and their pitas and stuff are rolled up in sandwich wraps and different things. I went to the store the other day and they had a cheese wrap where you actually took the cheese instead of having bread and you put your stuff in and it would wrap it like that. So it's pretty clever, but almost every place will have bread. I know that's on my mom's side of the family. They came from Norway and they made lefse, which was a potato bread. They flattened out and they cooked it. Down here in our part of Texas, they'll make corn tortillas and flour tortillas, and then they will put everything in the world in those and load them up. So the idea of a sandwich can be anywhere from lettuce, rolled lettuce, to bread. And then the breads, we were supposed to be joined by a school from Georgia, and you see how they make some of these breads in these huge, big vats, and they cook them on the side of the thing underneath in the hot stove in the ground. Make some of the best bread in the world. Do you have bakeries in Croatia? Do they still make like homemade bakeries? You could go down buy fresh bread and stuff. Or did you see some in Istanbul?
We have something like that. Yes, I saw it in Istanbul. Yeah.
A lot more fresh pastries and stuff and bread in Istanbul than even in Turkey. I think this school is from Bursa, which was the historic capital of the Ottoman Empire for a couple hundred years. But you could go down, you still could go to bakeries. And most of our bakeries are kind of gone. They've gone to donut shops, or the supermarkets have pretty much taken over, and you don't really see homemade bakeries. But in some countries, you still buy pastries and bakeries like that. How about Taiwan, Mary? Do you still have can you still buy bread in local bakeries or on the street and stuff, or no?
Oh yeah, actually in Taiwan, people have become dependent on all professions or every profession because things are too convenient here. So we don't do things ourselves anymore. We become not as hands-on, or sometimes we say
Right.
we're dumb. So like we don't do things on our own. We don't bake our own bread. We buy the bread. We have our car get fixed by a mechanic. We have everyone, every profession, carry out their jobs, and we just pay them. And yeah, so this is, I don't know if you can sort of imagine the way it is in Taiwan. So people do not have to do a lot of the things that. So when you ask us, you say, okay, you like cook this and cook that, and people are going to look at you with very large eyes and say, why do I have to do that? Because I can just go down the street and buy them. Yeah.
Well, Mary, as long as I've known you and Brian, I don't know how you'd have enough hours in the day to be preparing food.
Yeah, that's right. So we only every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, like cook on a weekend. And Brian does that. He likes cooking. Well, I used to like cooking, but now I enjoy sleeping even more.
Okay. Would
yeah.
you say, Mary, would you say you're a typical Taiwanese couple, that most couples, both the husband and wife, work outside the house?
Yeah, a lot of the families are like that now, because if you rely on one person's salary, that's not gonna last. Especially if you have kids, it's a good thing that Brian and I, we're without kids, but we still like. If you want to live more you want to enjoy life more, perhaps you need to have both working, so that unless of course you're making tons of money a month, which we are not, and especially with the normal salary, the people with normal salary, then yeah, you usually have two, both the husband and wife working, and then the kids will be out buying their breakfast, and most likely eating 2 out of the 3 meals, if not all 3 meals, not dining out together at home.
Can we ask your students how many of their families how many meals do they eat outside their home?
You mean for a week or a day?
Like maybe a week or during the week, for sure. How many of them would eat,
Okay, so for 1 week, let's do a survey for a week. 一个礼拜在家里吃饭几次 ？Yeah, for a week. Okay, 一个礼拜在Let's start from 算一算 5， 有没有超过5次的 ？5, okay. So you're dining at home at least 5 times a week, okay? How about 5 or more, right? 你们是5以上，对 ，okay? How about 3? Just about 3 meals in one. Okay, so I think most is like 3, only eating 3 meals, out the whole week. And 有没有一餐都没吃的？
Okay, hey Mary, this may be a little this may be just me being naive, but in the United States, many of our students eat breakfast, lunch, and sometimes even dinner at school. What's it like in Taiwan? Where do the students eat their breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Where do you eat for breakfast? Raise your hand. 把早餐拿来学校吃的。See, so almost all of them, like only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 or 8 out of the I think 30 something. Huh? Oh, 75%. Okay, so Brian says 75% of the students are eating breakfast at school because they're in a hurry, and they are making the most of their time. So they buy their breakfast.
Okay, and how much does that breakfast run at your school?
So how much is your breakfast? 在平均几块钱早餐 1.5 US dollars. Okay, is that a good deal?
It's not bad. And what would the breakfast consist of?
Yeah, what does it consist of? 里面有什么？a sandwich, burger, milk tea,
White bread.
fried noodles,
White bread.
what?
White bread.
Soybean milk,
I don't see.
black tea. Those are the drinks. Yeah.
Okay.
Omelet.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, Taiwanese omelet. Is
Okay.
that
Can we
something
ask,
that you would those be the things that you eat in the States or in Texas, USA?
oh no. No, but they might would give them breakfast tacos or all kinds of different things like that, but they would normally give them some sort of probably food like that. It's real easy to serve, and maybe some potatoes or but then the breakfast tacos normally would either be potato and egg or potato and cheese and bacon or potato and chorizo and or just a combination of all kinds of different things. But that's very common for what people eat on the go here. How about you, Suzanne? How many of your students would eat breakfast at school?
Well, most of them eat breakfast in school, of course, because like Mary says, they're in the hurry and it's the first meal of the day. So, and usually it's like bread and I don't know, some ham or cheese and milk and some fruit. And usually it's healthy, not, I don't know, donuts or something like that.
Right.
Something healthy. Yeah, and something like that. And then most of them have a lunch at home.
Oh, wow.
Only because only little kids has the in Croatia is totally different than in rest of the Europe perhaps. So our kids are not in the school, I don't know, from 9 to 4 p.m. something like that. Not. We have two shifts. One kids are in the morning in the school and this week, and other kids are at the afternoon, and other weeks they're changing.
Okay. So what time do you start school?
8.
And you get out at noon?
About noon, yes.
And then the next shift comes in when?
About 1 or 2, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it will be changed. But we will see maybe for 1, 2, 3 years, and when all buildings will have a place to have all kids in the morning and whole day, not whole day from 9 to I don't know 4 p.m. has a place in the school, then we will have this kind. But for now, usually we are in 2 shifts. We have some schools there the kids are in the school only in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually grew up in the area in Minnesota, and it was, I'm of the age to where they were building so rapidly a school. We had to go my first couple of years of school. You either went from 6 in the morning to 11 or from 1 to 5 or something to that effect. But you had split shifts because they couldn't fit enough people into the school. The school wasn't big enough and they didn't build enough schools. That's just amazing. I'd never heard of that until I was telling some kids, and then oh yeah, we did that before too. So I said, that's hard. More power to you as a teacher if you have to teach like that. That's really difficult. I'd rather go to school early and then get out about 1 or 2. But our school, we start about 8:30 and then we go to almost 4 o'clock. So it's a long day. Mary, how long do you guys go to school? Mary's got real long school because she never.
Yeah,
she
we
never
have very long
home.
school hours. We have students arrive at 7:40 in the morning, and our last period ends at 5 o'clock. So it's
And
a
how
very long day, and then after that we have after-school program. Well, my after-school program. And so these kids are really,
Yeah.
they really are into, getting themselves ready for the future. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. After a long day, they're still here.
Yeah, no, and I'm keeping them longer, so I'm sorry, but how long do they normally stay each day?
So until, do you mean
Well, I mean, if you come at 7:40, you could easily stay 12 hours every day then, correct?
Well, for the kids, the official hours are 7:40 till 5 p.m., 7:40 a.m. till 5 p.m. And then if you're with me with the after school program, then you're coming in 2 to 3 times a week, staying afterwards, staying after, 5 o'clock. So we eat dinner together, then we work on the, PowerPoint slides, we talk about the global issues, and we try to beat you guys in the mock trial competitions during those after school hours. We talk about tactics, how to beat Michael's students. Yeah, things like that. So we do that in our after school program. So, I have this fancy term, global education in Taiwan, that, I'm getting the students to.
Now we know your
so, yeah,
secret.
let's get them going to get BC, yeah.
So that's really good. I appreciate everyone for staying so late. Bangladesh, what time do you guys go to school?
Yes, our school timing is 10 to 33 p.m. Gov school are two shifted, and non-govted MPO, monthly pay order school, are one shift. My school is one shift, 3 to 10. Student ages are 6 to 13, 14. They carry tiffin. They carry tiffin in school, sandwich and light tiffin. Then they go to back home, then taking lunch.
That's very interesting. I guess we just don't really realize how lucky we have it if you just be able to work and go to school and not have to worry about going home and getting another shift to come in and stuff like that. Because so many of our, I think 90% of my students ride the school bus. So our bus situation is really what causes us to go ahead and not, at certain times we couldn't have, it would cost us a tremendous amount of money to send people home and pick other people up. It would double the amount of buses. So we have some issues like that. But I think we're almost through with this one. I really appreciate you guys coming today and participating. I hope that in October we'll see more people, and we'll have I think it's cookies, right, Mary? I remember. Okay, we'll have another one in that one. And thank you so much for coming. And we appreciate the World Affairs Council of Austin for sponsoring us. Have a very good day.
World Affairs of Austin. Thank you so much.